Hello again, it's Sincere Ray of Sincere Ray's channel, and welcome. So in this video, I'm going to talk about two YouTubers that I admire, but they haven't recorded anything in a year. Now they are a husband and wife, and they are in they do education. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, and I'm going to share a clip from their channel. Now, as I said before, they haven't recorded in a year. And so it is my hope that they're doing okay. I don't like to make assumptions, particularly if they're negative assumptions, but I just feel that they're probably okay, that they got incredibly busy. But yeah, their channel, I ran across it, I get over a year ago. And I was really impressed and I was really surprised. They are African American like me, and they live in the Middle Eastern nation of Jordan. And so last week I had a student, just a random student call. She was a young woman, and I asked her where she was from. And she said, I'm from the Heshemite Kingdom of Jordan. Now, I knew that was the full name of the country, but I just wasn't thinking about it at the time. So, because of what she said, um, it inspired me to come back to this couple and make a video about their channel. Even though they haven't recorded anything in a year, I do think it's worth going back and looking at their work. When I first ran across their channel, like I said, I was very surprised. They are a middle-aged couple. They're African American. They live in Jordan. I also the name of the title of their channel also caught my eye. It's called Glory and Gilead, and I thought, isn't that biblical? And yes, Gilead is actually the name of a region of the world. It was in the Old Testament and it's mentioned several times, but Gilead is actually, which is now present day Jordan, the kingdom of Jordan. And they live in northern Jordan. And also, Gilead refers to Transjordan, which was called at one time Transjordan, and it's in the northern part of the country. So, they also had lived in Botswana, which is in southern Africa. So I'm going to tell you how they began their odyssey. Well, they said that they actually wanted to move to a country, find a country where they felt that it was more of a communal spirit, where people worked together, looked out for each other. Because here in the United States, and in I guess most Western countries, the attitude is individualism. People are fiercely individualistic, particularly here in the United States. And so there's just not that sense of community often in a lot of places. But so they decided when they decided to leave the United States, they decided first to go to Botswana. So they moved to Botswana, and Botswana was also has a connection to me because the first time that I lived and worked abroad, it was in Botswana. This was in the early 1990s, and I taught English at a senior secondary school in a town there. So they lived in Botswana for a few years, but they just didn't get the kind of, they just didn't find the kind of community spirit that they were seeking. So they ended up going to Jordan. So they first arrived there right after the pandemic, right before the pandemic started. So they were caught in the lockdown, and so but they continued to try to go on with their lives and adjust to the culture and the country the best that they could. Now they started recording videos a little over 2 years ago. So and throughout the time that they were recording, they did not upload videos on a regular basis. But their channel was so interesting that I guess they were able to they got a fairly good amount of subscribers, but not a lot because they didn't really record regularly. So I was just impressed about their attitude, their calmness, how they were making their money was by working online. They said they worked online for some companies, so they were basically digital nomads. And then, after they had been there a while, some of the locals suggested that, why didn't they just open up a language school and start teaching English? Because there were people there that wanted to improve their English and others that wanted to learn. So shortly before they stopped making any videos, they did an update and they did a tour of the school. They call it their academy. And so what I want to do in this video was to show a short clip. Share a short clip from that video where the wife gives a tour of the school. The school sort of reminds me the setup of, in a way, like the last school that I taught in Turkey. I was in Turkey the last time in 2015, 2016, and I was working in a small city on the Anatolian side of the country. The city was called Eskişehir. So I'm going to share the video with you, and then I'm going to come back and make a few more comments.
Is coming together. So just going to take you on a quick tour of our new academy. So come with me. Hey guys, welcome to our academy. It's called American Star Academy. So come on in. So right now you are in the reception area. So this is where we will, have seating for our students waiting for the classes. So this is our reception area. So let me walk you on back this way. This is if you look in here, this is where we were just shooting before. This is our conference room and main office. And Marcus is still sitting there on the laptop doing something. So we're gonna leave him there. Okay, so here is another one of our first classrooms. So we're still working on it. So we have enough seating here for 10. It's 10 students in this classroom, right?
12.
12 students in this classroom. So we're getting it all set. The painting is done. The air conditioning is in. And here on this wall, we'll have the TV. All of our teaching and instruction will be digital. That's something else that's new here that we offer is digital technology along with our English language learning courses. Really, all of the academies and universities here still use workbooks and printed pages and things like that, but we are bringing technology into the learning process. So that's something that's new. And a lot of the students are really, really excited about that, to get rid of the workbooks and everything is going to be digital. They can access courses and homework through their phones or laptops. So we're very, very excited about that. All right, so let's go on down here to the rest of the academy.
So that's the clip, and the wife was giving a tour of the school, as you can see, their academy. And so I hope everything is going good, and that that they are thriving, and that their students that the students are enjoying their time with their studies. So I was really impressed with their channel, and I've almost been tempted to maybe message them via their YouTube channel and see how they were doing, to see if they would respond to me. But I really do hope that they start their channel back up. What I like so much is that they went to a part of the world, a region where most Americans would be too afraid to go, and they are mature people, and they seem to know what they want. They seem to have self-awareness. So it was just a lot to like there. I was the name of their channel. I was struck by it. I was often with African Americans. I think a lot of times we are afraid of failure, so we don't branch out and try different things the way we should. We also don't want to get criticism from our peers and our family members, other people that are afraid to try different things and feel that they're sort of confined to one spot, one area. It sort of goes back, I guess, in some ways back to, during slavery. People were just confined in one area. And a lot of people still just feel like, I can't do this because, either, this is too different. I'm black and we don't do this. Or, other people are going to, look at me funny, start treating me funny. And, we have a lot of, people are hyper competitive in the United States. And also, a lot of people are too afraid to think outside of the box. They feel that this is my lot in life and I have to stay in it, whether it destroys me or not. So, but I am very happy to see this couple, doing what they do. There are other African Americans that within the last few years, particularly in the last 3 years, that have ventured out to other countries, moving to Africa, moving to countries in Africa like Tanzania and other parts, South and Central America. People moving to Europe, people in parts of Europe, Middle East, places like the United Arab Emirates. So it's good to see because I feel in some ways, not being boastful, that I feel kind of like a pioneer myself, because when I started going abroad and teaching abroad, it was like, where I live, it's like I doubt if the average person has a passport. So at one time they said the statistics of Americans having a passport was only 11%. It may have gone up. I haven't checked, but where I live, a lot of people, the average person is, some people haven't even been outside of the state, and stuff. So it's a different thing, but we don't have to be confined as a people to, where we don't feel that we can really grow, where we feel that the place might be abusive, just different things, everybody has to seek out the path that's been designated for them. They have to find their own talents. They have to find what is the destiny that was already set for them, and everything. Yeah, and I feel that there we have talents that we're given, and we're supposed to use those talents. So hopefully they have a good business sense and everything, and they know how to run their school well. But I guess I'm going to end here. Oh, a little tidbit I want to mention. Also, you could look it up, but in the Bible, there's the phrase, there's or the saying, there's a balm in Gilead. There's some in the scripture, something to that effect. And not balm, but balm rhymes with palm, BALM. And the balm of Gilead was actually a fragrance. It was a perfume. So, yeah, but I'm going to end there. I hope you learned something from the video. I do hope that this couple will start their channel back up. They ran their channel for 2 years, but they uploaded irregularly. They never did, do, post videos on a regular basis. But I do hope that they do come back and, that their viewers can, that their, fans and their viewers, can see, what progress they've made, if any. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. So once again, this is Sincere Ray, and until later.